Yo, what is up guys, FaZe here and welcome back to another video. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day, and today I'm going to be going over the Leopard 1, one of the best damage farmers in the German tech tree and overall actually in the entire game. Today I'm going to be going over its statistics, exactly how it plays in a live battle, and giving you guys a equipment guide on this vehicle, as well as giving you my overall opinions on the tank and what type of player I suggest to grind this vehicle. With that being said, let's head straight into this. Okay, first of all, we're going to go over the equipment that are on this vehicle, give you guys a little bit of a guide on what you could possibly run when running the Leopard 1. The first row I'm running gun rammer, I am then running enhanced gun lane drive, and lastly vertical stabilizer. If you're using enhanced gun lane drive as well as vertical stabilizer together, it just makes you a hell of a lot more accurate when you're moving around, which with the Leopard 1 you always want to be moving around. Second row, I'm running improved modules, improved assembly. I mean, obviously you won't run enhanced armor on this vehicle because it has no armor, and that 4% increase won't really increase anything. I'm running toolbox. On the last and final row, I'm running improved optics, engine accelerator, and high-end consumables. Provisions wise, I suggest you guys do 100% run. Besides the little basic things that you would run like chocolate and improved fuel, this tank's ammo rack is so damn weak. And for this type of vehicle, where I'll get into the consumables in just a second, protective kit is going to be a hell of a lot more helpful for you, as your ammo rack will have a higher percentage of taking the shots instead of getting criticalized or even ammo racked. So definitely suggest you to run protective kit. And this is for a very good reason. The Leopard 1 actually has reticle calibration and adrenaline. Obviously, every single fire tank has adrenaline. And so with the mix with the reticle calibration, it means that you only have one repair kit. So if your ammo rack or your track breaks, you're going to try repair that track with your multi-purpose repair kit. And then you'll get shot again, and likelihood your ammo rack is going to be criticalized. And that means that you're going to spend 60 seconds to a minute with double the reload time because your ammo rack is criticalized. So definitely run that protective kit and reticle calibration as well as adrenaline, just to make sure that you're extremely accurate when you need to be, and that adrenaline just makes you have way over the 4000 DPM that this tank has base. Talking about the statistics, one thing that is fantastic on the Leopard 1 is the gun. I'm going to quickly go over it and just show you exactly why this vehicle is one of the best damage farmers in the game. First of all, not only that it's one of the most accurate tanks in the game straight out, with a 2.9 second aiming time and a 0.275 dispersion at 100 meters. That is just absolutely crazy, and it means you're incredibly accurate even when you're on the move. And the main shine of the story here is that damage per minute being 3,896, just short of 4,000 damage per minute. I am running gun rammer like I said, so yeah, that damage per minute is absolutely crazy, and you can increase it even more. If you had to run your chocolate bar, which will give you 3,947 DPM, but personally I like to run that improved fuel just to make sure that my tank is a hell of a lot quicker when it needs to be as well. With that being said, let's head into a live battle with the Leopard 1. I'm going to give you guys a live battle on this tank, and then I'm also going to give you guys a pretty decent replay where I actually managed to deal with 2 medium tanks on my own. So that is pretty thrilling, so I definitely suggest you guys to wait up for that. But starting our first game here on Volendich, I can't remember the map name, but it is Supremacy, obviously my favorite game mode. And on the enemy team, this is one of the best things you need to realize with the Leopard 1. You need to analyze the enemy team. Like I see now, they only have 2 tier 9 medium tanks, which aren't the greatest, and I can definitely bully them with my DPM. And one very good tip I can give you guys is that the Leopard 1 is a sniper in the beginning of the game. It is only a rushing vehicle when you are at the late times of the game. So if you can learn to save your hit points in the beginning of the game and use the tank like a sniper, or at least putting distance between your enemy, then you can put a hell of a lot of shots into them with your great DPM. I know this Hori might not think that I'm being a good player here by sitting in the bush, but trust me, in a Leopard 1, you really want to snipe in the beginning so that you can analyze where the enemy team is and not just YOLO in and use that awful armor that this tank has to just get obliterated. Now, the fact that that T54E1 has not spotted anyone there on the left means that I can now finally push in. I'm going to go into this little held down position here on this, just before this bridge here, which can give me view range on the enemy team's spawn here and through the middle here. So it doesn't look like anyone's held down behind B cap, which is really good that Kranwagen didn't go there. And this kind of means that I can push in here. Although, now all of a sudden they get spotted. I just don't understand this game sometimes. I'm going to get nuked for it. But you know what? Sometimes that just has to happen because this game is just awful sometimes. I don't know how that T5 didn't even manage to shoot anyone here. Or spot them, I should say. But yeah, in this moment, we are getting ruined. But our Hori is helping us out here. So I'm not going to run away just yet. I'm going to try put another shot into that E3 over there using that fantastic reticle calibration that this vehicle has so that I can easily snap shots into enemy vehicles. This E3 is going to push me, but obviously they have a T54 in the spawn there, so I'm going to see if I can just quickly blind fire a few shots into him. And yeah, it doesn't look like he's maybe there because I only got spotted by this E3 now. And because of this, I'm going to actually go on the opposite end here. There's the T54 still there. And by coming onto the opposite end here, it means that I can deal with this T54 maybe without getting absolutely ruined by that E3 that wants to push me in a second here. So let me get over this ridgeline using that awful gun depression, which is not too bad. It has 8 degrees of gun depression, which is definitely not the worst out there. But yeah, in this situation, I really wish I was in like maybe something like an STB because I could definitely get onto that T54 no problem. I'm going to get behind this E3 if I can. I'm actually going to go for a track shot here in just a second to keep him in place so that I can get all the way on his rear. And that is one thing that you guys need to do when playing the Leopard 1 is really learn how to hit tracks on the move. Because if you can do that, it saves you a hell of a lot of HP and you can get around players like that E3 no problem. And there we have it, guys. So quickly, the entire enemy team is dead and we just have 2 players left, like that T54 here in the back, which I do want to get a shot into if I can. I'm probably proxy spotted by the 60 TP, not quite actually. So I'm very curious to see where this T54 is. He is still in the back here, looks like. And yeah, he's been a sniping boy this entire game. So yeah, kudos to him, I guess. But it's not really going to work out for him to snipe the entire game, that is for sure. I'm going to use my great DPM on him now in just a second. I'm going to try to keep him in place here maybe if I can. Obviously, the T54 also has really good really good DPM, so obviously I don't want to sit too much in front of him. I'm going to put some distance between him so I can reload my 3rd shell, and we completely ruined that player. We also win on caps, so that was a great first game for the Leopard 1. As you saw, I put distance between my enemies. I used my tanks of great DPM to track and accuracy to track my enemies to get behind them, and using that great mobility, I can reposition if I ever need to. That is basically all you want to do in the Leopard 1, guys. Okay, so heading into that special game that I mentioned in the beginning of this video, I do want to mention that I have so many mastery replays on the Leopard 1 that I don't even think those are going to be a worthwhile battle to show you guys. I'd rather show you where the Leopard 1 really excels in just running away and repositioning and using that great DPM to take advantage of the enemy. Like in this game, obviously as you can see, the enemy team has 2 medium tanks and my team only has me. So in this situation, I see, okay, they have a TVP and a Leopard 1. 2 great tanks at YOLOing. Both those vehicles can rush me, and in a matter of 30 seconds, I will be completely dead, even less than that. So I do reposition here. I'm going to run back. I know my tank destroyers are in the back here. I'm going to do a little bit of a drift here and get into a position where I can get some shots into the enemy, like that Leopard 1 or TVP, before they can actually get onto me. So as you can see here, I see that this TVP is actually YOLOing me. I look behind me to make sure that my tank destroyers are behind me, and so I hope that they can actually help me out here. At this point, I'm going to take the shots from the TVP. I'm also going to try get to his side so he can maybe miss me, which he does. And I'm also trying to get an HE round, but I decide, let me just shoot that AP. I'm going to rather use my fantastic DPM and my HE to shoot his rear there. And at this point, I'm just going to rush him. I see that the Leopard is also pushing here, but if I do not kill that TVP, right now, the second, he's going to be able to reload and kill me no problem. So now at this point, the Leopard 1 has rushed me too, and I have only 590 HP. A clutch bounce there when I reverse to make sure my upper plate is extremely strong. And this means that that Leopard 1 is at a similar HP count to me. And at this point, I don't know exactly where he is, and I don't want to take a free shot from him. So I'm just going to try poke, see where he is first, and then poke again to make sure that the shot gets in. And he does end up putting a shot into me, but using this great DPM, I'm going to be able to put a quick shot into him, killing him with that great alpha. And as you saw there, guys, I pull out killing 2 really good rushing medium tanks in the first 2 minutes of this game, and I am still alive. And that is what the Leopard 1 does so good at. Mind you, it has no armor to bounce shells, but that great DPM, great accuracy, and great maneuverability, allowing you to reposition really quickly, means that you can put your distance between your enemy to take advantage of them and take advantage of that great DPM that this tank has. I'm using my third person here to see where the IS-7 is really aiming. I kind of missed that shot, unfortunately, but you know, sometimes you're gonna have to miss some shots with the Leopard 1. It is one of the most accurate tanks in the game. However, it is not really going to hit every single shot that you shoot. Just keep that in mind. And as you can see here, I just kind of give up here because obviously I'm not going to go and rush after that player. He's dead anyways. And I point my gun to the air, and we have won this battle as well. So that is great. I've given you guys a live battle to show you that nothing is cherry picked. And then I've given you a game where I haven't also done the most amount of damage, because I have many games that I've done over 5,000 damage, but I don't really think those games really show you exactly how this tank really plays and how it can take advantage of other players. As you saw there, both those medium tanks managed to do less than 1,500 damage, and I was able to just completely ruin both of them, and that is what the Leopard 1 does so well. In conclusion, guys, the Leopard 1 is definitely the best medium tank out there. If you are a good player, I would suggest you to grind this tank. If you already do good in tanks that don't really have much armor, then the Leopard 1 is going to do so well for you, because the Leopard 1 has absolutely no armor. So it does well in the hands of a player who identifies and knows what to do, like repositioning and completely taking advantage of the enemy team, like that E3 that I did in that one game where I managed to track him and get behind him no problem. And that is what the Leopard 1 is so good at. Personally, the Leopard 1 is my favorite tank in the game almost. It's either the Leopard 1, the M60, or the E100 that I'm just such a big fan of. And the Leopard 1 there's nothing really else like it. Could differ and say the STB1 is very similar and could be a better Leopard 1. But the STB1 doesn't have that great alpha, and the DPM on that STB1 is good, but definitely not like the Leopard 1. Let me know in the comment section if you want me to do a comparison video on the Leopard 1 and STB1. But anyways, guys, that's it for me today. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you can leave a like and subscribe. It really helps me out, and I greatly appreciate it. Anyways, guys, that's it for me today. Hope your shells hit their marks, and I'll check you in the next one. Cheers.